every motion yenye inakuanga ni juu ya Ruto. And when somebody is talking about Ruto, we must ask a question, why always Ruto? Why every time Ruto? Somebody is mentioning there about Kimwarel and Arol. Sijui kama huyu mtu ako Kenya. Sijui kama anafuatilianga stories za huku Kenya. The prosecutor alituambia ya kwamba Ruto has got no business to do with Arol and Kimwarel. What?
A point of interjection, Mr. Mtembei. Mr.
Yes.
Captain, you have to know that everybody in this channel, we come from Kenya, and that's why we are here. And we don't want to talk of hearsay. Talk of something when you know very well that when we are talking, we are Kenyans. And we know that's why we are saying, just like Timo said before, how can you be somebody that everywhere you go, anything you touch, it's only you are being smeared. Are you the only person in the whole world?
Umemaliza?
Endelea Captain.
Kuongea hivyo siongee ya kwamba wale ambao wako outside Kenya ya kwamba ni wabaya ama nini. Ndio maana nikasema sijui kama tunafuatilianga mambo ya news ya ambazo zinaendelea. Already we have been told William Ruto has got no business to do with Kimwarel and Arol. That is my first point. Number 2, Ruto tusimwangalie Ruto as a person. That man has got a lot of intelligence. That man has got a lot of projects. Yule jamaa akiongea hata kama hatakuwa president, mimi wish yangu ni kwamba yule ambaye atakuwa president si achukue hata idea kidogo ambaye yule jamaa anaongeanga. When somebody is talking about bottom up system, hiyo ni kitu ambao kinamguza mwananchi. Bottom up ingekuwa kwenye hiyo PPI, for me ningekuwa mtu wa kwanza kuipigia debe, lakini kwa sasa hii sioni haja gani ya kupigia PPI debe. Ruto of course amekuwa na dosari nyingi ya kwamba every time when somebody is talking Ruto lazima kwe. Any scandal ambayo inakuwa kwa public, any project, lazima Ruto atafutwa ndani. But the question is William Ruto above the law? William Ruto is not above the law. He can be taken to court, he can be charged, he can be told a mess. But nobody has got any evidence. So kila mtu anaogopa kumchukua kotini kwa sababu no tangible evidence. It is all about rumors. Another day mulisikia kisa ambacho kilifanyika ofisi ya deputy president. It was a plan for William Samoei Ruto, but evidence was not there. Somebody also has mentioned about the auditing. He is telling us William Ruto lazima afanyiwe auditing ndio akuwe cleared aingie kwenye system ya kuwa president. Ask yourself, William Ruto is not going to be the first president of Kenya. The rest ambao wamekuwa president, hakuna mtu hata mmoja ambaye amewahi declare wealth. Hakuna mtu ambaye hata mmoja amewahi sukumwa akatangaza kitu yenye ako nacho. Lakini here we are telling William Ruto to declare his wealth. The other day the president told us tunaanza na yeye tufanye lifestyle auditing, then we go to the second. No, we are waiting for the president afanyiwe lifestyle auditing, then tukuja number 2. So William Ruto is waiting the boss afanyiwe lifestyle auditing, tukuja number 2, then teremke. Why are we complaining about William Ruto? This is the man on the ground. Amewaambia already wanaume washikane mikono, wang'ang'ane, then tuone the best 2022. Here we are. Tuombe Mungu. Thank you, Mtembe.
Okay, David.
Yes, Mtembei.
Yes bro, Ruto amesema anataka Raila Kalonzo ungane pamoja wachape mara moja tu pap.
Yeah, nimesikia umeweka hapo. Let me say, how are you guys?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm also good. Before I comment on what you guys are discussing, I want to pass my sincere thank you to Mtembei. The past program you held was so important. So important in my opinion. And we learned a lot. You know, even if we are here, we can't understand the entire America. America has 50 states. And also, kuna wazee walikuja huku kitambo, wamejua mambo. So we are learning from them. I will be linking with the last speaker, Bob, about the scholarships because as I indicated in the forum, I have so many people, friends and relatives who are really looking upon me to assist. And I must say, thank you so much for that forum. Secondly, coming to today's discussion, I want to say that Kizito, I support Ruto, not vehemently, but I have my own points, which might be different to your points. And everybody is entitled to his opinion. And I'm also open-minded. I have my reasons. If you can ask me why I support Ruto, I have a few of my reasons, which when I look at other contestants, I don't find them in them, or somebody might have overlived his usefulness. I still want to say that if Ruto can emulate what Kibaki did, Kibaki changed the lives of very many people, and I see the element in that of Kibaki in Ruto. Apart from our current president, he has an undoing. He is too much of a tribal leader. I'm sorry to say that, and he's more of a joker because he's leading a country and he thinks that is a family business. Really, we can't move like that. To Agwambo, I've supported Agwambo for some time, but Agwambo sometimes makes hasty decisions which don't yield much to his presidential bid. He's a statesman, I respect him, but I need to tell him one day that Agwambo, you need to also work from the background. Sio lazima ukue president. You have done a much to the country. When you are being fronted that you be the president so that everything can be okay, sometimes we doubt that. So I want to say that Ruto is prepared. Ruto has supporters. Ruto has his people. The same way the other party has their people. Raila and the Kalonzo meeting is not new. You all know, we have been following this. You are old enough, you are of age to know. There's a time Raila and Kalonzo combined forces, but unfortunately, my friend Kalonzo could not even attract a crowd of pupils from primary school. He was following Raila from behind all the time. His crowd was not enough to garner enough support. But Ruto did a lot of work. Let not Raila come wish Ruto away. Ruto did a lot of work for Raila to be president in 2008, save for the fact that it was taken away. That one everybody knows anyway. What I'm sure as David in 2007, Raila won elections. But for whatever reason, it wasn't handed over to him. Those others I may not know. Maraga said what he said, but Kalonzo did not bring much on board. So I will agree with my party leader, the deputy president, that Kalonzo is non-consequential as far as politics is concerned as at now. Kalonzo is a beneficiary of what we call an accident. You know, let Kibaki and Raila differ, Kalonzo apite katikati. You know, such stories. Kalonzo cannot do much. I wish my deputy, my leader, Ruto, well. Some have said he has so many scandals. That one wants to say that any leader must be open-minded. if a question has been asked, it should be an opportunity for a leader to come out and explain the situation rather than being defensive. I remember one time when he was accused of maize scandal to Southern Sudan and it was brought to parliament, it gave him an opportunity to explain himself. We want the deputy president to come out and explain the so-called dragon of Kimwarel and I don't know what, so that everybody can know. But if someone accuses you falsely or says the truth, then you keep with it, it becomes a problem. Just come out, say, okay, this thing is like this. If it's wrong, we mess, let's rectify this way. If it's not, put it in the right perspective. And that's the Kenya we want. Kenyans, we are so many hustlers, and we want the leaders to make Kenya safe and good for everybody. Thank you, Mtembei. I can't hear. I said thank you. I don't know.
Okay. Rupia.
Thank you very much, Mutembei, and the gentleman on the show. So I'll go straight to the topic of today that talks about RUTO. You know, sometimes you start wondering because the way people are talking, it seems Kenyans are not serious. Kenyans are not serious. They are behaving like a child. There's an animal called a warthog in that even if you pinch it, it will just run some few meters, then forgets the pain, and then we'll start playing again. So the issue of, I personally believe that William Ruto is not the right leader for this country, and they are the kind of leaders that Kenya cannot actually afford to have. My reasoning is, look at the man Ruto, with all his quotes from the Bible and the way he talks about church and the way he goes to church and everything, the way he presents himself, is not the true him. He's not the actual person that we see on TV. But for those of us who understand things deeply, you can see that all these quotes from the verses of the Bible are just meant to canvas or to cover some bad behaviors. And Kenyans don't learn from past experiences. Look at the Jubilee government. Ruto was a part and parcel of this government from its inception in 2013 up to now. And this is the time that is coming up with a bottom-up approach. And this is the time that is talking about the hustlers. And in 2013, we had them very well that they were going to create employment for our youths. And they were going to grow this economy by double digits. But in the end, what happened? In fact, our supermarkets started closing, starting with the Nakumat, going to Tuskys, because of our bad and a poor economy that was created by the Jubilee government. If you look at all this government, I think this Jubilee government has been the worst, followed by Moi government, because Ruto does not believe in the rule of law. He believes in thorax and shortcuts to do his things. That is why he's saying I heard he said that Kalonzo and Nani and Raila should unite so that he beats them. He doesn't even believe in what he's saying, because he knows very well the only support base he has is in Kalenjin Nation, that is in Rift Valley. That is where he can beat Gideon Moy. But outside Rift Valley, he has no ground. And I don't think, if we are really Kenyans and we really need change and transformation, we need genuine leaders who believe and who can transform this country. Within today, I heard Ruto said that we need not to borrow from China so that we grow or we do our development. Yes, that is true. That is what we ought to have done long. And from 2013, in Jubilee government has not done that. They have been borrowing and squandering. They have been borrowing and stealing. And Ruto knew very well that Uhuru is a selfless leader. And just not quote me anywhere, they were calling him drunkard. And they were saying he was sleeping, and then they were busy stealing from the government. So even the billions that were borrowed from the World Bank cannot be accounted for. The projects that were started by when Ruto was very active in the government could not be finished because a lot of money got lost in those projects. And we know our system very well. The judicial system we know very well, and how it has been operating. You know, Ruto, the real con man in this country is William Samoei Ruto, because he brought proxies, the likes of Chesa, who is now beating up people in Kakamega every day.
As we speak, please let us pay our leader some respect, kindly, because you are really evoking emotions. You are throwing words carelessly, Rupia. We can't allow that.
It's not careless, because Ruto is on record calling Raila Mganga, and that is politics. So just bear with me. Let me finish.
Okay.
We have Rashid Echesa, who is beating up people, and that was a minister. I had this William Ruto who brought him. He didn't even go to school, and he was a minister. So that is the Kenya for us. And then look at the projects of the ones you were mentioning, even the Arar Kimwerer. Money was squandered and taken out of those projects to go and contribute to ghost to churches, and even to give buses which did not exist, ghost buses to schools. So in this tenure of Jubilee government, we've gotten the worst. And what I always say is that, for me, if it would be wise for Kenya to allow Uhuru and Ruto to retire together, so that we have a fresh blood into the government, people who can drive the government, not people who are there to steal from citizens. Right now, we are grappling with the with the effects of stealing. Taxes are going high because we borrow. We cannot do development. We borrow. Some people in the government steal, and then somebody comes here and tell us now, why has he not been arrested? He has been using proxies. People who are in court, like Linturi and Rigathi Gachagua. Those are his men that he has been using to squander money, and he doesn't do it directly. So that is why I'm saying he's a con man, because in all these things,
as you quote Ruto's problems, remember also to quote Cyprian Nyawiti. Remember also to quote the former Nairobi governor Kidero and Mumias. So don't be one-sided. As you quote that, remember to quote that. What's happening in counties?
Kidero does not want to become president of this country, so it's not a topic here. So what we are trying to do.
Mr. Rupia, listen. Wait, Mr. Rupia. When somebody steals, hata kama ni nani, so long as yuko kwa government, anafaa kulinda mali ya wananchi. Mention somebody like Obado. Mention somebody like Ikidero. Don't tell us that Ruto is a thief
And the
without
citizens
even
are weak
mentioning
in Homa
Perez.
Bay County. Mention those
Where
people too, if you are
people
genuine.
It's
So tell
a
us what
painful
happened
experience.
for
don't
20 years.
At
Rupia, also
at the same time,
tell us what happened in Kibera for
It,
20
it's
years.
it's a painful experience, but you cannot use that to cover what I'm going to say. I will just say what I'm going to say. Then you will also come up with that because these people are that. At the end of the day, there's no clean
Mr.
politician in this country. But we
You can't
cannot
allow,
now, okay,
hide our
okay.
head in the sand and say,
Rupia,
can't
Acheni
allow
amalize.
this, Mr.
You guys, nyamazeni amalize tuende kwa next. You had
Tegesi,
your time.
allow
let
let
me
me say
continue.
something.
Rupia endelea.
Okay. Now, if you look at the money we borrowed, it's a very painful experience because the government had borrowed a lot of money, the Jubilee government, more than any other government. And some of these monies cannot be accounted for. They have gone into people's pockets. And we are now made to pay expensively monies which went to people's pockets. And they were being donated into the churches. I heard some of them were being donated, and again they go back and take half of it and tell the church now umepata pesa we nyamaza. So that is the kind of the government that we've had from 2013 up to around 2018. Then after handshake, you've seen things changing because right now we have an accountable government. The moment Ruto was just removed from the projects, you can now see real projects are going on in this country. Some of them which were started long time ago, way back. I even have one here that was started when I was still doing my internship, and now is almost 6 years. The project is not complete. It had been cut. This project it started from Mau Summit to Nyamasaria. Then from Nyamasaria to Kisian, then from Kisumu to Kakamega. And the contractors were just being intimidated. One of them, the contractor started constructing the road at Nyamasaria to Kisian. When he reached the airport, then his contract was terminated and given to another contractor who failed, did a very shoddy job. And again, that contractor came to the Mamboleo side, this road that is not complete. Again, he withdrew from the site, citing reasons that we could not even listen to. So those are the kind of leaders we've had from 2013 up to now. And Kenya cannot afford to have such leaders going forward. Then we want to tell us now Ruto has come with a wheelbarrow and bottom up economy. Where was he from 2013 when he had all the powers? He
Let me
had
ask
all
you,
the powers, commissioning projects everywhere. And then now we want to tell us this is just a sheep. This is just a hyena that has canvassed himself he's coming, he's masquerading as a sheep. Then after he gets to the state house, then he will remove the and you will see the real hyena. I'm telling you for sure that let us elect leaders that can lead us as a country, not tribal kings. That look at how deeply Kenya is into tribe. Even David cannot see that Ruto has really, the Jubilee government has really performed bad. And Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto are actually responsible. So they are supposed to go home together. That is the story.
Mutembei.
Okay. Yes.
Let me ask something.
Yes.
Rupia is telling us that when the handshake occurred, the stealing stopped. Did the Kemsa happen? When did the Kemsa scandal happen? And there's a time when Ruto himself was sidelined. He is telling us that we should elect the leaders. Can he be clean enough? Because what I have heard him say is that Ruto is a hyena. What Raila echoed the other day in the barrio of Kalembe Ndile, is he telling us that Raila now is the best man we can elect? Let him be clean and let him not beat around the bush. Because when we talk about Ruto, our brother said very clearly that during he is saying that it is Ruto who is stealing. The DPP told us that there was nowhere Ruto was indicated in stealing Kimwere and Aror. At the same time, he is telling us that it is the money that was used and given to the churches. Seriously, let's have something which you can be able to substantiate. Don't beat around the bush. Don't speak hearsay and rumors. Let us talk something that we can be able to substantiate, which you can be able to say it is correct. Because I think our brother Rupia, let's be honest. If any leader is a thief, let us not say that Ruto. Our brothers Ekon and said that Kideru, Obando, the other guy from from the Rakaniti County, we have a governor who has been indicated having stolen a lot of money. Let's not talk about things that we cannot be able to substantiate. At the same time, he is saying that it is Ruto who has been stealing. Has Ruto been the president?
You want an answer from me?
Just substantiate.
What do you want me to substantiate?
Okay, Deme. Yes, I think we need to have a super clean discussion here. You know, my friend there, Rupia is Rupia is trying to be to give us the street rumors. Let us be realistic. Let us not bring things that we hear from the streets or people who have not read these news and reports to know what's taking place. You know, we have facts. We have facts which have been tabled before the media and all the houses. Number one, currently, Ruto has no criminal record. He has no criminal record.
He
And
cannot
if
have.
you think, no, it's my time. Just cool. We gave you humble time. Relax. Now let us answer you. Let us give you facts. Now we're here to discuss facts. Number one, Ruto has no criminal record. Because if he could be having a criminal record, then he will not be liable to be in office at the moment. That's number one. Number two, if you think that Ruto has a criminal record, wait and see if his name is going to miss in the ballot, because it's a requirement for one. If you want to be a president, as a presidential candidate, you need not to have any criminal record. So take this one to the bank that he has no criminal record. Number two, Ruto has never lost. You must know that one. He has never lost.
He has never lost to what?
Just cool. I'm giving you facts.
A question can be asked. He has never lost to what?
Relax.
What has he never lost?
Just listen.
And let me tell you.
Listen.
And that is the reason why.
Number one.
That is the reason why, my brother Dominic, tell him that is the reason why Ngiro goes to Kalembe's barrio and he says that let us come together, not for the purpose of helping a Kenyan economy.
Let me tell you one thing.
They beat this man.
Yeah, one
Dominic,
thing. My friend, wait, Rupia, wait.
Let me ask you a question. Rupia. I can ask a question, or I can interject. What has Ruto never lost? That is what the question. Just answer me.
That's what I'm telling you. He used to work in Moi's regime. which never lost during his time. Number 2, he supported Raila. Wait, he supported Raila in 2007. And even you know very well that Raila won. Okay? Number 3, he supported Uhuru Kenyatta. And Uhuru Kenyatta won. So, strategically, these are leaders we have been given by God. That's why he has never lost. This is the true Moses who is going to take us to Canaan. Which alone, that
So you cannot substantiate your claims. Me, I wanted to substantiate.
Number 2, you hear, Rupia, you are here telling us about the failures of Jubilee government. It's like you want to pretend that you don't know what is taking place in Kenya. Ruto is acting like an appendix in the absorption process of the alimentary canal, whereby it has no work because we seeing him is just occupying a position.
The last time he had a work, there were a lot of money got lost. So I don't think it can be assigned.
Then
I don't think it can be assigned any work now.
Okay, if man was lost, then he was to be demoted because they could have. You people, you saw they wanted to send some.
Who was supposed to demote him?
The MPs. You remember they were collecting signatures, which failed. They failed terribly. They never succeeded.
Let me tell you, Dominic. Tell him. Murathe, the Jubilee chair, Murathe said he wanted to impeach Ruto, but he cannot get any ground to impeach him. Exactly. That's why yesterday he said that he is walking out of Jubilee because he has already finished his mission, pushing Ruto out of Jubilee because he knew that if this man remained in Jubilee, he would beat them squarely. And that's why you see the Serelaki babies, they are doing Muungano One Kenya. The other day they meet in Ukambani, saying now Raila trying to say that NASA is still on.
This is the kind of politics. This is the kind of politics we have in Kenya. We know very well. Because you are not talking. You are not.
Rupia, ngojeni kidogo. Rupia maliza kujibu swali za hawa, then Dominic aongee, then tuende kwa Muithi. Sitaki hiyo mnaongea everybody
I'm saying this is the kind of politics we always have in this country. We have civil servants that are working directly and are signing things, even pertaining projects. Then we have politicians who are actually the sole beneficiaries of any dark proceeds. And these politicians that actually benefit from these dark deals, they are not signatories. They don't sign anywhere. So for you to pin them down is not an easy task, because somebody can come here and reason, you would be in court, or you would be in prison. Have you ever seen any president or any deputy president impeached in this country? You've never seen that. So don't tell me that he should be in court. He should be where we know very well that if it's a civil servant who is not a senior civil servant, he will be in court and he will be imprisoned. But for a politician, we'll never. Have you ever seen any politician in prison for taking part in corruption? And we know very well that so many things in Jubilee government cannot be explained, starting with Aror and Kimwerer Dam, where the monies went, cannot be explained. And your Ruto came to media here to say that only 7 billion got lost. So if a leader of his caliber is saying that 7 billion got lost from a project, which is doing his own auditing, what if now we have auditors who are external, who are not handling the project? What will be the finding there? So we have seen that during the time that he was responsible for certain projects, these projects were not implemented to completion. Money got lost, and the sole beneficiary here was him through his cronies that I have mentioned here. But ukiniambia you want to see Ruto in court, you want to see him at the DCI. That is why, even if I ask you today, you voted in 2013. From 2013 up to now is almost 10 years. If you are voting, you are aspiring, or you wanted to get good leadership, you wanted to get good life. Your life has been deteriorating from 2013, from a frying pan to the fire, and you cannot explain why it's going that direction. It was supposed to go from bad to good, but it's now going from bad to worst. So you cannot explain that. That is because of our politicians, that you people clothe here, that you people babysit here, that you people talk about here, and you, even if they do the wrong things, you still don't see. You still come to us here that we should elect so and so. After failing, somebody who has failed to deliver should go home. That is the route. If now, right now, people are saying that Uhuru Kenyatta is still young, Ruto is still young. When we were electing them in 2013, they were digital and they were young as they were, but they could not deliver for this country. The honorable thing for them is to leave. The leadership. In fact, wangesha acha hii kitu kitambo, waseme hii kitu imetushinda. Tulisign a coalition pact na wewe, tukaform hii Jubilee. Wewe ni mimi ni leader, wewe ni deputy party leader. You quit together and you leave people who can lead to lead. That is the most honorable thing. But yeah,
let me ask you. You said that it is during that period when Ruto was in, money got lost. Is it?
Yes.
During can you be able to remember how much money was lost in KEMSA?
The money which was lost in KEMSA, I am aware about it. I know.
Was Ruto in charge?
A scandal. Huh?
Was Ruto in charge of that project?
Okay, I know your question is directed, but let me answer. Let me answer that.
Let me ask you the next question so that you can answer them together.
So.
Do you remember in Kisumu during the Mandaraka Day, Uhuru said how much money was being lost during the demos after election? Just
yeah.
Do you remember?
So let me answer you first with the Kisumu situation. You know, when we went for election, and in 2017, I think we almost had transparent elections. And when now we had gone to the Supreme Court, we were told that servers could not be open because some people were asleep in France. In a court of law, somebody is mentioning such a thing, which means everything that transpired during the election of 2017 is still unknown up to now. And we believe that Uhuru Kenyatta and Ruto did not win any election in 2017. 2013, Willie Mutunga actually said there was some evidence that came late. The only election that we've had transparency is 2002 election. 2007, there were no transparent elections. 2013, the same. 2017, the same. So the people who are bereaved like us, were just asking questions which could not be answered. And then we said, yes, you've had your way. Then we also feel we were the majority. So we had to make your work as much difficult as it could be, so that you get the feeling. The money was getting lost. The money which was being lost here is in terms of
Mutembe, you are giving
in terms of
a lot of airtime. Why?
Mutembe, you are not being fair.
Someone has asked.
I think Mutembe, I had told Rupia to just go straight to the point.
You know, I'm answering the KEMSA one. The other one I finished.
I
You
said,
see,
simple
do you
oh,
question
remember
with a simple
how
answer,
much
not the stories.
money
no,
was lost?
if you maintain the silence wakati anaongea malize, then you kuja kwako, you could have given your point. But when
I
you
just
start
want him to
asking
go
a
straight to
question,
the answer.
you will continue to
Just go
talk.
straight to the answer.
Mtembe,
The Kemsa one,
Mtembe.
I've answered the one, the Kisumu situation. How many got
No, you have not
we were
answered
losing?
because I have asked you, did you hear what Uhuru said about the amount of money that was lost during the demos for NASA?
I had that,
Yes or no?
and the
And
money
give
we were losing, the
Okay,
money
you
we were
had it.
losing
Number
was
two,
as a result.
did you hear Uhuru say that Kenya is losing? Is it a
Unakatika.
Mwiti unapotea.
Mtembe.
Yes.
Let me answer
I
that
think
question.
I think
Wacha
we need to
nimalize.
regulate on time because it's like we're sending Rupia
Nyinyi kwanza
to
nyinyi ndiye
Kisumu.
hamtaki kuambiwa. Wewe na Mwiti ndiye hamtaki kuambiwa. Kama mngenyamaza venye tulianza na these other guys, by now tungekuwa tumepita kwenu.
Nye
But you want
hata ndio anaongea.
you see,
Ndio anaongea.
you wait your chance inakuja, then unaongea point zako ukidiscredit what Rupia said. But when you start asking him questions, you'll get chance to continue talking more and more and more.
Ndio nasema aje, you know, we're sending him to Kisumu, but he's taking a flight to South Africa, then anarudi Kisumu. So
yes,
better he goes direct
and
to Kisumu.
it's all your fault because angekuwa shamaliza yake. Rupia maliza tuende kwa nini mara moja.
Yeah, I was saying that the money we were losing during the demos was as a result of lack of business were closed down and we could not operate. And then on the KEMSA issue, the auditor or we were informed about the funds that got lost there. I didn't see any politician who was mentioned there, but I believe that there are politicians who benefited, because that lady was just saying that it's God who showed her the opportunity. But at the end of the day, you will find that there is a politician, a powerful politician behind her, who was benefiting, and who benefited from those proceeds. So at the end of the day, we need to get these people to book, and the politicians are free because they are not signatories anywhere. But again, we have to call short on politicians. We have to tell them, hii ulihusika, ni mbaya, ulifanya corruption. You are not the kind of the leader that we want. If you want to be a leader, lead from front, not from behind. I think I rest my case there.
Okay. Dominic, ulikuwa umemaliza yako?
Hata ndio nilikuwa naanza. So
okay.
So what I was saying is that there's one thing I was raised is that RUTO is like an appendix. When we look at the digestion system, which has no work, because we're seeing him that is just in office, but in real sense, his roles have been delegated to another person. So he's not performing end role. So that's why we're seeing that RUTO somehow is restful, because his roles have been delegated to other people, which is not good, and that's an abuse of our constitution. Another thing, my friend said here that the Kenya's economy has led to maybe closure of some business institutions, like he said, NACMAT and Tuskys. You know, we're dragging some institutional poor management to be a national and a leadership crisis. So you can't tell us that Tuskys and NACMAT closed down because of RUTO. For sure, you're not being realistic. It's like now you're telling us a school in Uasin or in Kisumu failed because of RUTO. That's what you want to tell us. Yet you have others which are performing. So we need to be realistic on this and let us not lie to ourselves and others here. Another thing is that when you talk about Jubilee government's failure, we must know that Raila must have a chapter there. He must have a chapter in Jubilee government's failure. Why? Look, when Raila was an opposition leader, at least the government used to work from the pressure the opposition gave the government. But now look at these points. Raila now has been pocketed by the government. That's now we're seeing the government is at rest. It's doing everything the way it wants just because there's no opposition. The strong opposition, which was a threat to them, is now like a flower. It's like a flower girl to this government. So you cannot tell us that Jubilee government's failure, RUTO is there. No, you must know that everyone, including you, the taxpayers, we have a chapter to write in the failure of this government. So you must know that Raila has contributed highly. Where's the spirit that he had in 2013 in the previous government? The spirit of standing to defend the common mwananchi. Where did it go? Look at the scandals we used to have during the time.
Omera, Dominic, Dominic.
No, it's my time. It's my time, please. You will ask. I know this thing is it's bitter, but you must accept the truth, and we must move with the facts.
I think your reasoning is pathetic. Exactly, your reasoning is pathetic.
Exactly. But it is very genuine. You're telling
it's
us
pathetic.
Exactly. You're telling us. Let me tell you, Raila used to be a whistleblower, because look at the NYS scandal. The way he used to blow whistles here, the way he used to take the poor people of Kibra to streets. Now he's saying that his offices, his Upper Hill offices, Raila's Upper Hill offices, have turned to be now sanitizing agents. Because, yes, in fact, you need to meet him because he's interfering with me when I'm presenting. It's my turn. Now let him relax and receive facts.
Welcome.
Yes. So, what I was saying, Raila used to be a whistleblower. But currently, he has turned out to be a drummist of the Jubilee government. Whatever the government is doing is dancing with their tunes, which is not good. This is not Raila. You need also to mute that one.
Correction.
Just give me time. You'll correct me after I'm done. After I'm done, you will correct me. If you see,
there is nothing you are saying, Bwana. Can you stop talking?
I have facts.
You know the problem, Dominic. You don't want to be interfered with, and you talk more nonsense.
You are saying nonsense. What is the role of a whistleblower in a government?
Dominic,
you need to protect me.
This guy doesn't know what he's saying. If you elected Uhuru Kenyatta as president, he should protect you, not Raila. What is the role of a whistleblower?
This stone throwers are So another thing.
Matebe, a point of order. A point of order, Dominic.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Dominic. My friend,
Yes.
if you go the direction of propaganda, you won't beat us and you will blame yourself. There is no way you never vote for anybody to complain about the government. You can't be in government stealing even your own project like Kibarera and Aror for Raila to come all the way from Siaya to complain. Now you don't have water in Kibarera and Aror, and then you are complaining about Raila. Raila, in fact, kitujui ujasoma constitution. You are not talking about. We don't have a opposition leader in Kenya. We don't have one. And if there is one, tell me who. Maybe a court who became number 2. Raila never participated in the election where you compete among yourself. That is the truth.
Okay. Thank you.
So you have a position leader right inside Rift Valley. Inside Rift Valley, you have a position leader.
Mutembe.
Yes.
Yes.
It's my turn now. Let me answer him. And the rest.
Answer.
Before I have my points I was presenting and they're taking my time.
Ama ungoje Kizito pia kuulize uanze zote pamoja.
Siwacha nimalize zote ndio wanipatie maswali tafadhali.
No, wacha tukuulize juu unaenda outside the box, please.
Yani hizi point zinachoma
My
kuchoma.
brother, for first, I
Facts
just
ziko
I
hapo.
just have one simple question. Do you even have voter card?
Yes.
You have voter card.
What kind of a
Have
question
you
is
ever
that?
voted in your life? You
How
know,
is that?
people like you, Dominic,
Yes.
you are the people who are failing the government because you
Yes.
don't even have voter card.
Yes.
The only thing you have is your passport and ID. So
Yes.
next time when you want to talk in the forum like this about politics, go and take your voter card first. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, you see,
Kizito.
Mutembei, I think you can
Okay,
see,
malizia sasa Dominic.
Mutembei, now you can see the kind of questions I'm being asked here. You can think that they are relevant. How does owning a voter card be relevant to this discussion? Anyway, let's
Because
continue.
you don't know the reason of voter card. That's why it's not relevant to you.
Let me
Voter
tell you
card
now.
is your life. That voting voter card is your life. Look at, Mtebe, there are so many people. If you
Okay.
cannot even vote and you come and tell people how to lead, you don't even know how to vote. You never voted.
It seems that you work at IBC and you have done some cross check and you saw that I never voted. That's what I can confirm from you. Anyway, let's continue. So, look at the case of Waiguru. She was in the NYS scandal. But you saw her, she visited Raila at the Upper Hill offices. And
I wanted to ask you a question.
And after there, the case just submerged. It just get lost. Like, we not told everything about NYS. Yet, Raila was the person who was behind, who brought these things to the limelight when he used to be an opposition leader back then. So,
I have a question for this guy. I have a question for you,
Dominic.
I have a question.
Surely.
The question is, why do you vote? What is the reason why you vote? The reason why you go to a polling station and vote so and so. Can you answer that?
Okay, Rupia, it seems that you want me to give me some knowledge about voting. Number one, you must know that we have something we call national integration. Under the national integration, this is where we have the roles of a Kenyan citizen, whereby we have economical roles, political roles, and social roles. And under political roles, we have voting as one of the political roles, whereby you must be legible and you must stand to choose a leader who is going to present you and present
That is
the
not
views.
the question.
Wait, that's what I'm giving you.
I've asked you, why do you vote? Why do you go to a polling station to vote?
Then what am I answering? That's what I'm giving you. You must know that
you can't change. You can't change ODM supporters. They are stubborn.
So
they want to hear what is appealing to their
They're
ears.
rigid.
That's why they're not even listening.
rigid.
Look at the Rupia. He can't even listen to what we're explaining. He wants to entertain us. I mean, we don't have the pressure of that type.
You know, that's why, even you,
David, can you come and take your brother because he's now confused. He's getting confused. You don't know even what to answer.
Let me tell you.
David, come and take your brother. At least you can talk.
Let me tell you.
Why do you
listening is part of the conversation. Listening is part of communication. You need to listen too. You cannot just talk and talk.
Please, let's give one another fight.
Then we go to the other.
Exactly. We give these people a lot of time to present.
To answer propaganda, and they will not like it. So if the propaganda is the way to go,
Mutembe, I've asked a simple question. Why do you go to a polling station to vote?
No, Rupia.
You must go to vote for your
Who is this lady talking here? Can you show your face?
Mutembe, let me tell you, one answer that Rupia needs is that he need me to confirm that I go to the polling station to vote for Raila. That's the answer he wants. That's not the answer, my friend. Let us.
But you have not had the question. Why do you vote? Even if you vote for Raila, why do you vote for Raila? That is the question I'm asking.
We need a response.
Lady, the only problem, we are not talking out of nothing. We are just asking him questions, and instead of answering us, is talking something. Is just adding on top of what he has said. We ask him, like Rupia asked one question.
You people are rigid to listen. You know, just cool. Let
But
me
we cannot
finish.
listen to nonsense. Talk something which has facts. We are here not to waste time
You are
for you
talking
to talk
nonsense because
200
you cannot answer simple
minutes
question.
and
You
we
know the
don't
problem.
I
The
understand
problem.
anything.
The
Let
problem is
somebody,
that
David,
you people
you
have
are behind
nonsense.
the backstage. Come and talk something that sense. Then we can argue. But
The
somebody
I
problem
who
knew
is
people.
doesn't
that
even have
I've
anything to
always,
argue.
the
You know,
problem
I
is
I've
had
that
always
According to
known
you, we
I
people
come
had
and
my
do that.
expect to
time,
be
and
very.
I don't want to interject somebody's
Rukia,
time. I had my time.
Rukia, please.
Until that
Please.
time again, I'll talk.
Mutembei, what we can see here, what you can see here
Rukia
is
nyamaza.
that
Hata Dominic amalize.
exactly
Hata
facts
kama
are
ni
burning.
propaganda because nimesikia
Yes.
hapo kwa Waiguru. If you
Yeah.
remember where Ruto ndiye alikampenia Waiguru vizuri sana. So sijui
Exactly.
how come that unamblame Raila.
No, I'm saying this. You know what I'm saying is that Raila was the person who was behind the blowing of the whistle of the NYS scandal. But now, after he submerged into the government, we
That
see
was not
that.
RUTO. Let them be reminded too.
So you find out that Raila is now cooling down. He's not talking anything about the NYS scandal, which he used to talk about. So we're losing some confidence. We're losing some sense of integrity in this man. So that's why I'm saying that we must stand to see clear things from him. Another thing is that Ruto is a businessman. That one is well known. Ruto's businesses are making a lot of profits. The reason being is a good manager.
Is known by who?
He's a good
You don't
manager.
even know what the business is doing. You don't know.
He's a
You've
good
heard
manager.
that is selling cuckoo. You've
He's a-
heard that is selling cuckoo.
He's
Do
a
you
good
know how
manager.
many people sell cuckoo? I have
Look
1,000
at him.
cuckoos. You, man,
My
don't
friend,
talk what you don't know. You
just
know,
cool down. I know what I'm talking. It's like if you know everything, then we could even mute this conversation and you take over and tell us whatever you think that is right. If we are talking nonsense, just give me time. I talk my nonsense. You coming to give us your facts. So my point is that Ruto has been observed to be a good manager. That's why his businesses are moving on. That's
the
why
same way
demand
he has been
is
observed to be
growing.
a good manager.
That's
It's
why
the same way he has
demand.
been
That's
observed
why the
to
man
be
is thinking
taking
to be a
money
good
from
merchant.
Aror
He's a
and
business
Kimwere
merchant.
Dam and
So
some
from there,
people's plots of land. The same way. Why are you only talking of the good side? Talk of also the bad side where they
I've
stole
not
money from
finished.
Kimwere.
I've not
Talk
finished.
also of that side also.
You
Don't
know,
talk only on good side.
I'm not
Thank
done
you.
with my conversation for you to make a conclusion that I've not said about his negative sides. You know, you must listen. You must listen. Have some patience. Just sit down.
Now, what
the
are
way
we
you sit
listening
there.
to? What are you are putting
Listen
on
to,
specs and you don't reason like somebody who's putting on specs?
you see the
In fact,
mentality you
we
have.
are not
The
listening
mentality you
listening to
have.
nothing.
You see
There's
your
nothing you are
mentality.
saying
Mutebe,
that
can,
makes
Your
sense.
mentality. Your
Mutebe,
mentality is that anybody
can we,
expects right. That's your
can
mentality.
we come
You
on?
see, you know, you're not somebody who you can have to argue with.
Ngoja
Yeah.
kidogo.
Mtembei, can we get somebody who can talk sense? We
Mutembei,
want people who
these
argue
people,
with sense
they
here.
need to
We
break
don't want
their
people
law.
who just come with things that they
Mutembei,
think and they tell us here.
Mutembei, it's my time.
Yes.
Another thing is that what I can accord Raila is that he's a good historian. He's a good storyteller. That's why during the national holidays, the national days, celebrations, he will come us to give histories. But in real sense, even these of his supporters, there's nothing, there's no contribution they can achieve from him. That one, it is well known. They cannot tell us that we will remember Raila for this and this and this. He was an MP for Kibra, but the Kibra residents, there's nothing they can tell us, not even the roads, not even the sanitization,
20 years, remind them, 20 years.
Were you there in Kibera? Were you there in Kibera? Don't talk of something that you don't know. Were you a member of Kibera? Have you ever stayed in Kibera? You know,
Kibera
you
is
don't
the
talk of
worst
something you
town in
don't
the
know.
world.
20 years or 30 years, but they were satisfied with him. That's why they were electing him each and every time. Nobody has ever defeated him in Kibera. Why? Because they like him. If you like him, they know why he's responsible. He's capable.
With you. Just give me my time. It's my time.
Dominic, today we have to give people 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Not that you give everybody 2
Yes,
hours. He talk only. Give even this person who is having Mutse, the other side.
yes.
Bernard is there. Yaga, all everybody. David is there. Give people at that time.
Yes,
Not only Dominic to talk.
this how
Some things like Kibira, you are not even a resident of Kibira.
you
You don't know
don't
even
want
where
us.
Kibira is. You've
Don't
been
want
just
us to talk
hearing.
about their records. You are talking about Ruto's records. Now I'm giving you Raira's records, and you people don't want to listen. Be open to listen, accept mistakes, and where there's credit, we must give credit. And where there's a failure, we must recognize that there's a failure. So, my friend, just cool down. Let us continue the good conversation here that we're having here. So, my last point is that the political limelight that we want as Kenyans comes from nobody but us as the citizens. Why? We must stand to know the best leader that we can have. I haven't said that we're going to vote for candidate X or we're going to ignore candidate Y. But the fact remains that if we people can change our mentality, if we can change our mentality to know the reasons why we should vote, the reasons why we should not have somebody who is leading us, whichever the side is taking us, but we just behind him as lost sheep, is that we must change our mentality. First, to understand the best leader that can change this country. It's like among the leaders we're having in the country currently, there's nobody who can stand to sustain and give us whatever this country wants. There's nobody who can lead this country to come out of the third world economic class countries, because we people is like we following somebody because he comes from a given region, because somebody is against a given leader, because somebody he has a lot of money, because somebody is a given ethnic community's kingpin leader. So we must stand, even if it's you, my friend Kizito. If you know that your record is clean, you can come out and stand. And if the people of Kenya are going to change their mentality, then we must stand to choose you as a leader.
My brother Dominic, me, I don't have any time to go and waste my money, because I know in Kenyan politics it's about buying you to come and vote for me. I will not give you my money. I will not give you your money. By the time I give even 1,000 shillings, I will take that 1,000 shillings and give you, and the rest 5 years, I have to calculate with that 5,000. I have to get that profit. That is the mentality you have. I'm going to give you 1,000 one day, and all the days I get it back. Thank you.
Kizito, thank you very much. I think Matambai ametoka kidogo. Bernard will pick us from there, and before Bernard aongee, wacha niongee kidogo tu, alafu nitaachia Bernard. Bernard ndiye atakuwa sasa kama moderator. Mimi before hata nijoin nilikuwa nawasikiza kule background kwa Facebook, and I'm always happy that as much as these Tanga people like Dominic, they like Tanga people like Dominic, as much as they try to convince us all, they will come to a point where he conclude by saying nobody in Kenya cannot take us from this place to this place, even include this RUTO, which the guy is advocating for. So he told us nobody can bring our economy from third world to sijui whatever. He said nobody, unless he was not listening to himself. And I thank you for that. Even you are just advocating for a headless goat that is going nowhere. Thank you very much. So mimi kitu nataka kusema even about the about Waiguru. We told you, my friend, Waiguru is a thief. I think that time the defenders of Waiguru were the chief priest of corruption, which is one William Samoei Ruto, Eden Dwale, and people like Moses Kuria.
That is wrong.
Yes, very right, very right.
That is wrong. Go to history.
If you have evidence, I will give you.
You have clips. Sayaga, stop lying.
My friend, I remember one day when Ruto told Raila that Waiguru is cleaning Kibera, and there is no money that is getting lost. Which clips do you have?
And which
And
clip
who are
do you
his
remember
followers?
Ruto telling
Who is for what
not to dance? I mean,
alikuja kusema Waiguru
Who is
anakatwalk,
talking?
si kudance.
Who is talking here?
Alisema ni David who believe in propaganda and hearsay. He has nothing evidence he can show us. Wakati Ruto alikuja kusema Waiguru anakatwalk, sasa ni ile wakati ilidhihirika kwamba Waiguru ni mwizi, ameiba, na Wakenya wote walikuwa washajua ndiye alimruka. At the first ndiye alikuwa anamdefend. So we have been in Kenya. Maybe kama we umekuwa huko nje, tafadhali, sisi tumekuwa hapa na tuko na evidence. Ingia kwa WhatsApp group sahii, tuingia kwa WhatsApp yetu group sahii, upewe evidence. Kwa
kutusi watu
Eurobond evidence kwa WhatsApp group. Kwa WhatsApp group.
Sometimes I always respect David Ayaga. 1 minute, please. Let me just use 1 minute.
Kizito.
Thank you.
Just let me talk. Just let me talk. You know, if they heckle me, they will not have their time. They will not have their time. If they heckle me,
David, can you be disciplined, David?
If they heckle me,
David,
they will leave
you have
here.
your time. Just keep quiet. Akimaliza utaongea. After that, we are not doing election inside here. We are just talking. Hakuna mtu anafanya election hapa.
Dominic ni mgeni kwangu. David ananijua. So if you heckle me, I think you will not get your time.
Yes, that's why I'm requesting Ayaga.
Let's have some order, okay?
Yes.
If we are talking at each other, we are not doing the show, the service it deserves, and our audience are suffering because of us. So there is no need of us coming here and causing confusion. Please, if you are not, it's not your turn, mute your mic and wait. If somebody says something that agitates you, note it down. You will have time to respond. Let's have decorum so that we contribute to the welfare of this country. Thank you. Ayaga, you are 1 minute. Malizia.
Yeah, not 1 minute, my brother. These guys talk like 30 minutes when I was quiet. Bernard, you want to be fair to me, please. Give me like 3 minutes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes final.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Today, I just want to talk about corruption. And I want to put the corruption in its perspective place. The people who are known for corruption and the defenders of corruption. If we go to now, I've done with the NYS. We want Kirinyaga people. That Waiguru is a bad lady. You should not vote him. They vote him to punish Raila. And the same Mungus coming to ask Raila again. Now we want your MPs, your senators like Orengo, to support us to impeach. We cannot do that. You bake your cake, you eat it. Come to Eurobond. The defender of Eurobond number 1 was one William Samuel Arap Ruto. And you can see the side. You can see the side of the people who are defending Eurobond. Ndwale side, Kiture Kindiki, Murkomen, Susan Kiika, Moses Kuria, Ndindi Nyoru. They are in Takatanga. Those are the face of corruption in this country. Everybody knows. Even if you ask a class 2 child in Turkana, they will tell you those are the corrupt people in this Kenya. Yeah, nobody. We can talk about them. Come kuja kwa hii scandal ya Kimarer and Aror. Our deputy president telling us only 7 billion got lost, and now we are the same mouth is telling us that Kenya is going to waste 14 million in BBI. My friend, for the Kenyans who don't know how to work these figures out, 1 billion has 1,000 million. 1 billion has 1,000 million. So it is 1,000 times 7. It means 1,000 million times 7. is what we are talking about. A guy comfortably in a suit, sober, and he told us he used not kunywi pombe, is very sober, telling us that 7 billion, we need only that 1 billion to sort all these problems we are talking about here. We have a highway inajengwa hapa kutoka JKIA mpaka Westlands, only 65 billion. Hatujamaliza hata bilioni mingi, only 65. Huyu jamaa amefanya corruption na ni mwizi. Twende kwa KPLC, Kenya Power and Kenya Pipeline. Who are the heads? His people. And when those people are being sacked and being taken to jail, they weaponize. They are telling now, it is our community, as if all Kalenjins. People are suffering in Kalenjins are just stealing cows. They don't even know about stealing. Now you go spread rumors to those people. At our few people stole money in Nairobi, and now they are being removed from the office, so that now it is the community. Look at the head of judiciary, treasury. I mean, what happens there when Rotich was there? It rotten to the core. We are where we are because of Rotich. We are talking about all these debts because of Rotich. They defended the debts. I don't know why they are not comfortable about them, because they have stolen those money they have in their pocket, and they are now telling us, so what, we should not borrow because for them they have money. My friend, country cannot work like that. And as I conclude, one man, and I'm telling Kenyans, there is only one man that I'm sure will not be president in this country, going by his economic tricks from 1992, when they collude with Jirongo to print fake money. And call that money punch. The pesa we call punch. They call it Jirongo that time, producing fake money to please Moi, to dupe old Moi, to rape our economy. From that time up to now, we will not allow that guy to be president. He will never be a president.
Ayaga, before you conclude, I also want to exit, but I wanted to say that I've now learned that Kalenjins are the most corrupt people in this country.
No,
don't
you're now being rational.
Not Kalenjin.
Let me tell you one thing.
No, that's not good.
It's okay.
That's not good at all.
Not Kalenjin. You have no
Rupia.
These are not
right.
We cannot accept such.
It's not.
So you will remove that. You will remove that from me if I've said it.
No.
Yes,
this is
have said it, and you have to withdraw.
This is not good.
It is
just withdraw.
Who is saying? Who is saying I have to withdraw?
We cannot conclude that way, my friend.
No. Who is saying?
Because I donate you my time. I donate you my time.
Rupia,
you are wrong. You are wrong.
So I need to withdraw.
But that one is not good.
You watching me withdraw?
Please.
How will I withdraw when you are making noise?
The corrupt people.
Huh?
No.
Can I withdraw? Allow me to
withdraw and leave them.
Yeah, now if you are quiet like that, I wanted your attention because I want to talk and leave. I withdraw the statement. Let me tell you. Sisi ni Wakenya wote. Sisi ni Wakenya wote.
Mr. Bernard.
And what I want to say, my friend, can you just keep quiet? You will have your time to talk. You will have your time to talk.
No, we won't allow you.
So you won't allow me?
Can you mute me? Okay, Rupia, finish your statement. You say you are leaving.
Mimi nataka kusema hivi. Hii Kenya ni yetu wote. And we need to move to the next level. Kenya, we have the potential to move, and the potential to produce, and the potential to be where we want to be. And you, as an individual, you must be the change you would want to see in this country. We must not go tribal, that our person is there, our so and so is there. We must not go tribal. And remember, choices have got consequences. I had this man explain, I'm not seeing names here today, but let me tell you, you voted a government in 2013 to protect you and to handle your issues. Now you come and tell us that now the government you voted for is now not defending you, and the person who is supposed to defend you is the person you did not vote for, who you call the opposition leader. That is wrong. If that is the mentality. Tunasonga mbele watu wote wa Jamhuri Kenya yetu. Haya sisi sote wananchi tushangilie. Kwa Jamhuri, kwa Jamhuri, kwa Jamhuri Kenya yetu yaenda mbele. Kwa Jamhuri, kwa Jamhuri, kwa Jamhuri Kenya yetu yaenda mbele. Mwaka wa 60 umefika, tangu Kenya iwe huru. Mwaka wa 60 umefika, tangu Kenya iwe huru. Haya sisi sote wananchi tushangilie. Kwa Jamhuri, kwa Jamhuri, kwa Jamhuri Kenya yetu yaenda mbele. Kwa Jamhuri, kwa Jamhuri, kwa Jamhuri Kenya yetu yaenda mbele. Twaenda mbio, Kenya yaenda mbele. Kwa elimu twaenda mbele.
hatutaacha Kenya daima na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele daima. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele daima. Tumeapa sote wananchi wa Kenya kutumikia Kenya daima na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele daima. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele. Sitaiacha Kenya nchi yangu, mimi mwana Kenya daima. Na nikienda ng'ambo nitarudi, mimi mwana Kenya daima. Sitadanganya kamwe na wageni, mimi mwana Kenya daima. Wala sitapotoshwa na wabaya, mimi mwana Kenya daima. Sitasaliti.
To our esteemed viewers, followers, and subscribers, on behalf of Africa 24 TV, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Thank you for being part of us. God bless you.